Hey everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather, and today we're gonna do chaffles. Say what? What is a chaffle? Well, I am so glad that you asked. A chaffle is cheese in a waffle, or chaffle. I don't know, I didn't make it up. All the last week, I have seen post after post after post of people saying, someone try this, someone try this, someone try this. Well, I am that someone because I love cheese, I love waffles. You put them together, you gotta win, right? Now, after doing a quick Google to find out what's in these chaffles, because I kind of had an idea, I'm like, well, it's batter and waffle, and no, it's actually a keto-friendly dish. So you have the cheese and you have egg and you have, some people put in, some flours like almond flour, but there were so many variations of this recipe that I just had to pick one and say, okay, that sounds good. And since I'm allergic to almond, we're gonna skip that one and we're gonna go with the easiest one, the one that only has 3 ingredients: eggs, cheese, and salt, and then a little butter, so maybe 3.5. So, and the butter is really just for the waffle iron itself. And we're gonna use the deluxe electric grill and griddle to get this done. So I'm a little worried about how it's going to stick to the griddle, but I'm up for the adventure if you are. So you ready for this quick video? Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna wanna do is heat up our griddle. So I'm gonna go ahead and refer to the cooking guide that came with my grill and griddle. And it says that I'm going to hit custom, which that's where we are right now. We are gonna set it for custom, 8 minutes, 375. And that's how we are gonna preheat it. We're also gonna cook it at 375, but it's only gonna cook for about 4 minutes per waffle, or give or take, says the directions. If you have a regular waffle iron, just plug it in, turn it on, should be just fine. But since I have this fancy waffle iron, we're gonna just kind of follow the directions for waffles and see what happens. Okay, so the directions are super simple. You take beaten eggs, you take cheese with the beaten eggs, and you take pinches of salt. So since I have several people in this house who are dying to try these chaffles, I have 4 servings of chaffles in here. And now I am gonna take my wooden spoon and I am just gonna give these a good stir. Surprisingly, it stirred up really well. I was actually kind of worried that it would get clumpy and whatnot. Oh, and I'm using mozzarella. And the reason I'm using mozzarella is because I think that it will give us the best taste and texture to start with. And then maybe we can do some add-ins, in future tries with this. Okay, the chaffle batter is ready. You see that? It just kind of looks like, well, let's just be honest, it looks like vomit a little bit, but it'll be great, I'm sure. I mean, what's there not to like with eggs and cheese? That's it. Now we just have to wait for the waffle iron to get done. Now, one thing I will mention is waffle irons are generally non-stick. So when you're doing recipes that tend to stick, make sure that you have a plastic or rubber or some kind of a fork that is not gonna scratch your machine. Very important. It would be a real bummer if you were to do your chaffles and then stick a knife or a fork in there and scrape the crap out of your machine. That would be a bummer. I would be bummed out for you. And I don't want to hear the comments that, oh, you scraped your machine because I had used a fork. So I'm using a plastic fork. All right, this will tell you it is done when it beeps and it says add. If you're just using a regular Joe Average waffle machine, I believe the light will go on when it's all preheated, and then we'll get our chaffles ready. So I'm gonna get a measuring cup so that I can scoop my batter right in. The Pampered Chef directions say 1/2 cup fits in those wells. I may not do a full 1/2 cup. but we'll see. I feel like a full half of a cup might be too much, but I don't know. It's all an adventure. We're adventuring. What we're gonna do is we are going to butter up, and you can use any type of oil if you're not into dairy. I'm not sure if this recipe will work for you because of the fact that it's cheese. But I mean, sheep cheese would work. Goat cheese might work. But goat is dairy. Sheep is a kind of dairy. It's just not the same kind of dairy. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the dairy-free lifestyle, but some people just can't do cow dairy. Okay, so we're buttered up. Let's get our first chaffle in. Oh, here we go. All right, half a cup is good. All right, good luck, guys. Okay, we're gonna check it at the 4-minute mark. Okay, it's only been like a minute, and it's squished out the side a tiny bit over there, but it seems to be staying in quite well. I have high hopes. I have high hopes. So the recipe that I had online was for 2 waffles, but they were for small waffles. This recipe was 4 eggs, 2 cups of cheese, 4 pinches of salt, and it's only going to make about 3.5 of the chaffles of this size. Now, obviously this size chaffle is way bigger than the recipe that I was following, but just for the sake of perspective, you know, that's the word I'm looking for. It's for perspective. So if I was making this for more than just the 3 people that are in this house now, then I would probably want to double this recipe. Okay, 4 minutes is up. Let's peek. Oh my goodness. Do you see that? That is fantastic. And it did not stick at all. Holy, okay, I feel like, oh, okay, it's crispy, but it's not so crispy on the edges. Oh my goodness, let's see if I can get it. It's so hot, hold on. Check it out. Look at that. Slap me and paint me blue. That worked. Now, how does it taste? That's what we really need to know. But first, before we taste, let me get them off the fire here. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, let's get I think I'm going to do half and half so that I have 2 smaller chaffles. Wow. All right, let me just cancel custom 4 minutes at 375. Check those out. Now, how would you eat something like this? I mean, I assume you'd eat it with a fork, but I am pleasantly surprised. I am going to take a knife. I mean, cheese, you could make a sandwich out of it. Like when it was still a little soft, you could roll it up into a wrap, or you can just eat it like a waffle. You definitely wouldn't want to put syrup on it, right? I mean, I can't be the only one thinking that's a crazy idea, because it's egg and cheese. Although this might be the perfect waffle for chicken, you know, and do chicken and waffles. Okay, let's see here. Let's hope I don't burn myself. Mmm. All right. That's crunchy. That is interesting. It's not bad. I love crunchy cheese, but I feel like it's lacking a lot of flavor. So I feel like you definitely need to spice it up like you would your eggs, for instance. So if you enjoy putting onions, like omelet, oh, this would be so good. Oh, what? This would be really good with a fresh pico de gallo and avocado like salad on the top. Oh, that would be good. But I do feel like the waffle itself, there's nothing wrong with it. It's good. It just tastes like cheese and egg, though not heavy egg, which is weird. It smells like heavy egg, like I'm smelling the egg cooking, but it mostly just tastes like mozzarella cheese, which is a great flavor. But I almost wish that there was some pesto or a little bit of something to bring it up to the next level of flavor. But this is a blank palette for all sorts of stuff. I could see lots of stuff happening on the top of this waffle, but you wouldn't want to eat this waffle maybe by itself. You could use this for bread. In fact, it would work really well. Ooh, you know what? I'm just gonna try it real quick. I'm going to cut one in half and put a little lunch meat on it and see how it goes. And voila. Now I have a sandwich. I'm gonna like this. I can almost guarantee it. That's why you make a chaffle. Oh, that's cool. Okay, this is a win. This is why people are making chaffles. As a gluten-free person, I made something I can make a sandwich in 4 minutes. This is a game changer. And you can use any cheese that you want. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. So what do you think? Is this something that you are gonna try in your waffle iron? Doesn't have to be the deluxe electric grill and griddle. I'm sure that you have a waffle iron. Do you like a certain cheese? What kind of cheese should I try next? We are cheese lovers here, so I have tons of cheese in my refrigerator. I think I'm gonna do pepper jack. That would be amazing. Or maybe a blend of pepper jack. The variations are limitless. This can be tailored to everyone's liking and love of cheese. If you don't love cheese, I got nothing for you because I love cheese. I mean, yep, it shows. And that's okay because life is short, cheese is good, and Jesus is coming. So I guess that's it for me. If you enjoyed that video, give it a like. Did you know that when you like a video, it tells YouTube that you like this content and you want to see more of it? Not necessarily from me, but maybe from some other YouTuber. It really does help YouTube know what you want to watch. And you know, maybe there'll be another one of my videos here and there, but a like really does go a long way. And leave me a comment. Let me know, are you gonna try this? If so, what's your variation? And do you have an adventure for me? I totally love adventuring in all the things, all the time. So if you have an idea for me, leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm just gonna make up my own adventures because sometimes they're a home run, like this one. All right, you guys, we'll see you next time. Bye.